So, yeah, that's about the House of Representatives. I didn't know that about them. I didn't know certain branches in the government that you can just be. You can just be in. You don't have to. Everything's just
you don't have to be elected by the public.
The public. So many like people that make our laws.
You just get appointed.
Wow. I want to be. Hey, maybe I'll be a Supreme Court justice, make and approve laws. Yeah.
All you gotta do is go.
Oh, I'm not honest. Never mind. I can't even be honest or dishonest enough to say I can do it. Certain professions I can't have. Like a police officer, a doctor, a teller at a bank. What else couldn't I do?
Anything with a 9 to 5, because you're going to work full time.
No, you don't work overtime from 9 to 5?
Most jobs make you now. You need that to live.
Won't make me do nothing.
That's why you ain't got no job.
They always used to say that about me. All my friends, even when I had a job, they used to be like, she ain't got no job. Everybody said that about me. Even people who was like from when I was a kid. And I was like, why would you say that about me? And they said, we just knew you wouldn't have no job. Well, they used to call me and my homies Basin. What up? If you ever watched this, they used to call me girl on the couch. That's from Half Baked. It's like just would be places, but all right. The millionaire congresswoman.
Oh, I forget her name, but yeah,
she was from Nebraska or something.
Yeah, I think she was worth like $50,000-$60,000 when she got into Congress. Been there for 3-4 years, and now it's worth $11 million.
$11 million from $30,000 to $40,000 a year.
I think make like $120,000 a year.
Yeah. So how did you make
Where'd that other $2 million come from?
Oh yeah, I couldn't do that either. Oh, I would be like, no, and I don't even do drugs, but I would just have to do them because there's so many. And then all the people. I'm not saying people in my family would need anything with prescription drugs, but I'm just saying if people I would know. I live in North Philly. You know what would happen? Oh, I would be LaDonna. You know in Philly, he ain't. I can say this now because he ain't there no more. But he used to be this doctor on Broad and Susquehanna. Was it Broad and Susquehanna? I don't even say nothing because he might still be. Anyway, I could not be no pharmacist. All them drugs.
It's a job.
What was we talking about? If I found a brick of coke in somebody's car,
we was talking about the stuff that they was finding in each cars and stuff when they was auctioning them.
I found a whole brick and just what would you you're holding on to it? Just what would you do? I'll hide it for a while, just sleep with it and just make sure because I'll be so scared and nervous. Man. I don't do drugs, people, because I know I talk about drugs as if they're the best thing ever. But I'm just saying, it's something inside of me, just like. But selling them would be. No, I don't sell drugs either. Let's move on. We were talking about the millionaire congresswoman. They usually make about $120,000 a year. Let's say $200,000 if they.
Because we were talking about it because all of a sudden now she's not a Democrat. She doesn't believe any of the stuff she first campaigned on, and now she's an independent. Wonder why that happened. All of that starts to change as your tax bracket goes up.
Yeah, it just depends.
Or as the lobbyists start to pay you to say what they want you to say.
Yeah, because there's no way that she could have made that much money.
Especially if you're working the whole time as a Congress. That's your
whole goal. What are you doing? She got her own OnlyFans? She may have an OnlyFans. She could have an OnlyFans because it's not against the law for her not to have one. Not to have one, to not have one. To not have one. That's the words. I mean, like she could be like.
Yeah, well.
Coming through.
Or the investments that I don't believe Congress people should be allowed to make because it's all insider trading.
It's insider trading.
You can't tell me it's not.
Yeah.
No way Nancy Pelosi is as rich as that woman is without insider trading.
Yeah, they should not be able to do any kind of trading during their period. They have a civil service job. So they should only be doing that and focusing on that.
Yeah.
Because anything else, these people, you sit down with these people. If you know somebody, or that's your not even a cousin, that's like your people you sit at tables with, that you always sitting with, that's always doing stuff at your campaign. They've been plain sight.
Yeah, because they make the laws, they don't make it illegal. Although certain things are illegal, they can't take the money straight up. They have to take it as campaign donations and spend it on the campaign.
Well, it's smart. That's the country. That's this country we live in. You get a business, what you do is you get a business, you get a foundation, and let both of them funnel into each other. You never pay taxes, and you never have to worry about anything. It's just what it is.
Look, Trump
keeping it richer.
Trump tried that, and what happened to his foundation?
He's fine.
No, the foundation is
gone. Forget the foundation. We
and the whole corporation, the whole corporation was just found guilty of the whole corporation.
He's still alive. The foundation is dead, but he's still alive. Genius.
So is the corporation.
And the corporation.
So are the hotels.
He'll start another.
So are the casinos.
So what? Some people just like to gamble with life. Some people like to gamble with life. And they say,
so is Trump University.
I want to say, that's right. He had a university. Who would go there?
That was to teach you about real estate, because he's the real estate king.
Well, if you believe it and achieve it, then he gets all the money. Mm-hmm. Well, we know the Congress people, whatever level you want to get into, at the bottom level of government, you may be able to make some change, but even then, it's so corrupt that you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to do something that you normally just going to go against your morals. And just a little tiny bit in order to stay in office.
You don't have to.
How not?
You just keep getting voted for. You tell the people.
And most people, what happens now, I'm saying before maybe it was different, but what it looks like is everybody goes off of a populist consensus. So you put something out in the media to make somebody look bad, then they automatically turn on it. It's like, I love this movie, The 10 Commandments, when Moses go up in the mountain. And then he'd be like, all right, we right back. Like, yay, Moses, we love. But even before that, when he was, I'm going to let y'all go. And he was like, they was like, yay, Moses. He let them go. As soon as they get to the river, he let us go. And then he got us at this river. And we the sea. We can't even get across. We should have just stayed with Pharaoh. Then he lets them over through the sea. And then when they get through the sea, they like, yay, you my buddy and all this stuff. We cool, you decent, you dope. And then he be like, they be like, we a little hungry and stuff. We ain't got no food. He corny. We should have stayed with Pharaoh. Every time you just make it look bad and people won't believe it and change on you. Ain't nobody loyal. These bees ain't loyal. So yeah, you got to change a little bit.
But you don't.
You don't have to, but that's...
They do. They all do. But no, you don't have to. It's all a choice.
Like Trump doesn't change who he is. He made the choice not to change. He's who he is.
Yeah.
So everybody like Trump.
That I'll give you.
You like Trump. Thank you for giving me that. All right. Next subject.
And being yourself? Yeah, 100%.
Next subject. We'll cut that out when I edit. Only the live people get to see that. It's going to change. We're gonna get to that last. Yeah, we're gonna get to that last because we'll talk about this. It's a little solemn, a little bit. The kid who shot his teacher.
That boy was 6 years old.
His
parents should be in jail. Sorry.
His parents, yeah. And I was looking at the case that it was a couple of, seeing it was either children who've done it before. They found it's probably like a drug house sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I believe he's in custody because there might have been a drug situation at home.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure if that was it. And then it was another case where it was just like guns being around and accessible to the children. And like that little boy doesn't know what he did, really. He knows what he did, but he doesn't comprehend all the way.
Yeah, that I get. Yeah.
And the teacher survived.
Well, she was in critical last.
Yeah. That's crazy. And I don't like the idea. I hope this doesn't push no agenda about having teachers being able to have guns or bring up
what? Did they shoot a 6-year-old back?
I mean, yeah, that's where people's minds will go, because it's like, well, if the teacher had a gun, it could, like, no, they just said no. We look at the household. The gun should have been secure if you had guns in the house. If you have guns in the house, they should children educate them on guns. That's the smartest thing. Don't hide your gun away from your child and act like it, make it this mysterious thing. This is a gun. This is guns do. This is how this happened. This was this happened. And when they get a certain age, teach them how to use the gun. The safety things for guns. That's if you're into guns. If you're not into guns, that's your prerogative too. I prefer knives. But anyway, so yeah, I saw a couple of cases like that. It was like a couple of kids that brought guns to school and like dropped the backpack and it went off and shot someone, or
that tends to be a lot. Most guns won't go off when you drop. They're made pretty much not to.
What was I watching? It was a movie though, so it probably lied. So yeah, that was all I said. The teachers.
I guess you could change the spring, put a hair trigger in, but I still doubt that would. Because the trigger needs to be pulled. But I guess if it's in a book bag and it's a pencil or something, you drop it.
Oh yeah, it could, or the back of a book or something, yeah, like that. All right, that's what I have to say about that. That's crazy. People need to take care to like be more aware of what's their children. It's just so many children that's just
in trouble.
And in households that are troubled.
It's not good to be a child right now. I feel sorry for the kids.
So much. The things I hear, and it's unfathomable for an adult to have to experience, let alone children. Like, do better, people. That's the only thing you have. If that's the only thing you can do right in this life is make sure children are okay, do that. Even if you're a fucked up person, at least do that. Children you're supposed to guide them and protect them. That's it. Don't let them see certain things. Don't put them through certain things, and leave them alone. Let them be children, and then do all your other stuff. You're gonna go to heaven. Look, you're gonna go to heaven if you take care of babies. Leave them alone. That's sad.
Yeah.
What else? Whew. I want to get into that. All right, I really want to talk about. This is just really silly. The VR, the virtual reality is really taking over, and is really taking over with elderly women as well as young women in ways that laughable. Talk about it.
Oh, well, I don't know what they all
know, right? Nobody play. I know. I wish I could find somebody. Oh, I like to play double dutch. Anybody in Philly want to play double dutch? I love double dutch. Now I still can do it. Yeah, but they don't even. No, I really can't. I can jump. I'm competitive. I will jump until my ankles break and fall off and roll down the street because I can do it.
That's like 3 minutes. You old.
Gosh, people are haters. But yeah, I don't see. They don't jump rope. They don't even play hopscotch, none of that stuff anymore. But yeah. Okay, VRs. This is crazy. I think this is so crazy. I think. Did you say that to you? I don't know.
I don't think I said.
So people are getting caught. So with VR machines, you can put it on your head, and then you have these two handles, right? Mm-hmm. And women are getting caught performing fellatio, virtual fellatio.
I'll be thinking that he set up, except that old lady's face was embarrassed when she was caught.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
she's like, oh.
She wouldn't look up.
She had the hand movement going, and I don't know what to do what she was doing, but she was going in and going hard and going in. Like she was, and it wasn't disturbing. It just was. If
yes,
you
it was.
Your grandma.
That was disturbing.
I don't even say that.
You see, that's disturbing. See, it's disturbing.
I had a really nasty girl. She probably like to do stuff like that. Oh, that's no, evil. All right. Yes. Yeah. LaDonna. Oh, we'll send it to you guys. Send it to your sister. Crazy. Whoa. But yeah, be careful. The VR is starting to get into the porn world. It gotta be fun. I would like to try it and see. I mean,
have you seen the boy smoking crack on the VR?
I don't know if it was a skit or not, but he was smoking crack on the VR and he was hot. It was But he said you can smoke crack on the VR. I could believe it. You can probably do so many things on the VR. That's wrong.
And because it's screwing with your head.
Yeah, that's wrong. It's putting you in that space because if your brain can believe it, it'll make you go through the motions of it. Like women can believe they're pregnant and go through the whole thing and even go through birth, but nothing to be there. Like your brain is very powerful computer. But yeah, that is hilarious. I do want to see. I mean, who got a VR out there? Invite me over.
I got one, but you can't borrow.
And leave me there for.
I got one, but you can't borrow
35, 45 minutes. Don't nobody coming. And leave me a gallon of water. That was so nasty. Okay. We wanted to talk about this. Imaginationships. I just heard a show. I like to watch podcasts. It was talking about Imaginationships. And we both was talking about how I can see how I've known some women who gotten into imaginationship. An imaginationship is you need to pay attention.
I am paying attention. Just because you think I'm distracted. You're in the middle of a fucking sentence. I'm supposed to just cut you off and be like, an imaginationship is when you in a relationship with a person in your head. And then
I don't know. It was somewhere. Y'all saw it live on the YouTube. What is an imaginationship then? Yeah. You want to talk?
One of them relationships when you an acquaintance with somebody, usually somebody you sleeping with, and then one of y'all in your head is way more than what it really is. And nobody has ever said that what it is, but like one of these people is run off and has the rest of y'all life plans out.
Well, I think it is more because I think that is part of it, but I think it also is I've seen and with women that I know, guys definitely have not said they like them in that kind of way, not have done anything with them, not taking them out. They done something with them, they had sex, but never taking them out, don't call them, don't do nothing, be like, yo, when they done, like, yo, you out? None, no kind of interest of any way. Mm-hmm. But they still be like, yeah, he don't do that, but because, he just getting used to this, but I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. And I'm like, no, he don't like you. And then I get in trouble because I'm like, no, please. He don't like you because they would do other things for you and you just keep bothering him. It's going to, your feelings going to get hurt. And they always do. But that's the kind of imaginationships that
Yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she living her whole fantasy life and she.
But no, some people take that as, and I see where they blame the other person as if they hurt that person or use that person and you were saying some people know.
In a way, they know. They know.
But if people still want, if somebody gonna say every day give you their candy and you say, no, have some candy for yourself because I'm good. And they say, no, I'm gonna put this candy in your pocket. And you're like, well, look, all right. And then every day you can
you stop being around that person.
Eventually, after you get enough candy in your pocket.
No, see, and that's the thing. I'm not gonna keep taking this person's candy if I don't want their candy.
But if the candy, all right.
No.
And then you like, yo, listen, you getting no too attached.
I know. And
one more time. Mm-hmm. I want a reason to go.
And that's true.
But why would somebody, that is a kind of lunatic where if you you didn't have a conversation with someone. You didn't say, this is what.
It's delusional.
So yeah, it's not sane.
In my opinion,
but your imagination is sane. I like my imagination.
No, it's not sane and it's not supposed to be. And that's the whole point of it.
I make it happen in real life. I do. Sponsors. I guess so. But I think the sponsors, they kind of know that they're sponsors. And the ones that be on Imaginationships really believe, like, oh no, he spends February 15th with me or February 18th with me. And with me is like, oh, he took me to Wawa or something. I don't know. And they really are in this thing like, oh, they do love me or they like me or something more. Oh, I know a couple of people will be. They're like, no. Off the bat, I can see the two of them together and be like, he don't like her at all. He's saying it to her verbatim out of his mouth, and she's just like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh my gosh. He said, I don't like you. I'm about to go do another girl. And she's like, mm-hmm, he loves me. And I'm like, did you hear him?
That is delusional.
Yeah. Stop having imaginationships. Be clear and verbalize what you want, what you need. It's okay if people say no, I don't want to give that to you. Yeah, that is creepy. It's okay.
I think if you're happy, be happy. Yeah. Live in your head. It won't work out in real life. We'll go
no.
Sooner or later, it's all going to come crumbling down.
And no, you should just verbalize what you want. Hey, I like you. And they say, oh, I don't like you. You say, okay, well, I appreciate you for being honest, and you move on with your life. Or they can say, I like you too, but I was afraid you didn't like me. Just communicate with people. And if someone says, I don't like you, don't say, well, if I do this, then he's going to like me, or she's going to like me. If I keep bugging and bugging and bugging. But that's a new thing. Somebody did that. Gucci Mane and Angela Davis. That's not Angela
Davis. Gucci Mane with Angela Davis.
No.
That's breaking news.
No, it's Angela.
That's it.
No.
Don't Angela.
Run DMC daughter. Simmons, Angela Simmons.
I don't know.
He liked her. I think I'm probably got the wrong man, but he's in jail. We're not in jail. I don't know.
I don't know none of them.
Yeah, I don't know the people. It begins with a G. It might be Gucci Mane. He got the ice cream thing on his face.
That's Gucci Mane.
So he told her that he liked her, and a while ago, and she was like, "The sign's tight, her type," and he just kept going after her, and now they're in love. So he got it, but that doesn't mean that should happen with everyone. It's going to happen with everyone.